your candy corn already?
Yeah, it was only like 5 pieces. I buy individual packages so I can, it's for people that have intake regulation problems.
Well, usually when I'm editing, I hear the crinkling.
Oh, stop. I want to talk about that. Can we start this episode? Because I want to get right into it. You fear that we don't have enough material to,
Have you listened to 148 episodes or 147 episodes?
Oh, I don't listen to hardly any of them.
We do not have enough material.
I just do it, and then I figure that I lived it. I was like Herb Brooks in Miracle. I didn't see the movie. I just lived the movie. So anyhow, well, there, Mark, Spark. I wanted to talk about the earliest of days. You're talking about your editing woes.
I didn't hear you opening up the package.
Oh, you'd think it was worse than a woe the way you talk about it.
The Tree of Woe.
I don't know what that's from. It sounds funny.
Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, seriously? That was a pretty good movie back in the day. The Tree of Woe?
Tree of Woe.
That sounded kind of like Fonzie, though. Whoa. So, anyway, you were talking about how much you like editing or something about editing. And I was just thinking about how, do you notice the big difference between the first year and this year, the first winter? So we started in the winter.
Spring.
It was spring. Well, it was March, whatever. Tomato. Anyway, our audio was so, we didn't know what we were doing. I'm weeing this one. You're welcome. We didn't know what we were doing from the audio standpoint. And Alex, my son, said, oh, yeah, I can hear the fan in the background. So you got to turn the furnace off or the air conditioning off when you guys record because it's dominating the airspace or whatever. But you know how it's been like 2 years since we've had to do that.
Your son also recommended that I do Wave instead of MPEG.
Oh, did that help?
That helped tremendously.
Okay. Oh, he also said I should get a different partner, but did he tell you that too? Maybe he just wants 2 separate people in general. I think now the pressure's on us. You know, all the audio stuff seems to be dialed in pretty well. We sound like a podcast that should have better content. Like when it was crappy content and crappy audio, I was okay with it because
we were like a lo-fi podcast.
Spoiler alert.
That was from last episode.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. So for inside baseball talk here. So we just recorded, this is Friday night. Should I say the date? I don't think I will. It's, but it's probably not. The reason you're listening to this is that one of us had an event or was in jail or something where this is just like a extra podcast. So we've already recorded one. The one that's going to come out next week in real time is the one we did before this.
This is a Pantry episode.
This is a Pantry. There's an R in there. Not a panty episode, because we've had a lot of emails on those where it's like, you talked about no panties. Pantry. Pantry. Is there another word for pantry?
Rob Petrie.
Thong? That can't be. Anyway, Rob Petrie? He's a 100-year-old man.
Yes.
Do you want to live to be 100?
Hell no.
God, no. I think I know when you're going to die and where.
Let me know.
Okay, well, it'll be right after you edit this one. I can tell you that. I feel kind of like, oops.
Look at the wall, the one behind you. Okay, yeah, sure.
I don't think I could kill you. I don't think I'd kill anybody. Does that make you feel better?
You've killed our podcast.
That's not a living thing. Did I kill it or did it just die? So where I was going with this was that we can't have any like contextual stuff on this one necessarily. So when you said lo-fi, it had to do with the song, Mark's Song of the Week from the episode that was detached potentially from this one.
That is a genre of music I found out.
So we're lo-fi.
We are.
When I think of lo-fi, the only other, you tell from some of my swearing that it might be the second episode of the night too, because we were at Newt's already and then we recorded a episode and then here we are, round 3. So anyway, Newt's, Apple Valley's finest burger, ice cold beer, hot cheesy hamburger, fresh pop popcorn, sometimes hot pull tab box emporium. We have analog and e-tabs. So they got it all. Everything you want, they got it.
We did win money, but we still lost.
Oh, Mark, that's not how it works, see. So we lost the usual amount, but we won, so it kept us in the game. Do you sort of cash out every time you win $30 and say, okay, well, does your counselor listen to this? Your
yes,
gambling guy?
And the hockey teams are happy with that.
Charity notes, and you'll support the, I think, Apple Valley Hockey Association,
I believe
Eastview Hockey Association, something like that. Either way, all good, fantastic. Hopefully, we're still being sponsored by them. By now, we're for sure over a keg of beer each in advertising expense to them. Okay, so we talked about the old days of the podcast. And in the old days, when we got 500 downloads, I remember this very well, and that we went and we sought our sponsorship. Of course, we feel that we negotiated a shrewd deal by getting a beer each, which is still, I think, actually more and more the more I look at it, we got away with a lot. He really took a look. He probably thought this podcast lasted about 3 more weeks when he made that deal, right? And here we are. Still, but I'll say this: Newt's is packed on Friday nights, and that's the nights we come in. So I'm taking full credit for that packed bar.
As you should.
That's good for business, the business of business. So anyhow, we also
who are we?
Oh, I'm sorry. You tell me. You tell the nice people.
We are the Ascertainers. I'm Mark. The on-air talent is Jim. Say hello.
I'm Jim. It's talent, pure talent. It's not just a guy sitting here hanging out with his pal. It's talent. So here we are. We are the Ascertainers. A couple of guys from, what state are we in again?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Not in the news much lately. But both native to Minnesota. We both lived away from Minnesota for a period of time. And for some reason, we came back here.
Once you get Minnesota in your blood, it's like a magnet. It just draws you back. Even though you've had
a magnet in your blood before? God,
I still haven't.
Get that looked at.
Oh, I was asked to do the study where they inject things into your bloodstream to block the blood flow in your knees. It's called GAE.
They couldn't come up with any better. Sorry. In the gay injection is what you're saying. I mean, just shoot me straight, man. I can take it. I'm not sure. I'd look at the full brochure on that one, but, hey.
They seem reputable.
Works for many. They seem reputable. Was the van new? Was it, there's Stanley Steamer. You can still see the lettering on the side of the thing where they painted over it. You should do whatever you can do to fix your knees. How did we get, right before that, what were we talking about, though?
We were just getting done with newts.
Shit. All right. Really? Went from newts to that? Oh, that's not good. Well, I heard you ran again, and I don't like that. For a guy who doesn't go to concerts because you don't like to you can't stand for a long period of time, why would you what would running do to help that? I mean, this is just between you and me. The listeners don't probably care about this, but
I have Gobert's. It's a liver problem. And one of the symptoms is you can't stand for very long. You get weak.
Are you blaming it on your liver?
Unfortunately, I pass it along to my children also.
So you've known about this Gobert's for quite some time.
I found out about it when I was interviewing for jobs later in life, and I took physicals for them.
Okay. But the way I took it when you said I don't want to go to concerts because I can't stand, is it because you can't stand the bands that I go listen to? Because that's a thing. I can dig on that all day. You made it sound like, I remember I told you, it hurts to run. I'm like, well, then why do you run? Well, I have to run. Oh, maybe she gets some fake knees. And you said, oh, I'll never do that. I'm like, well, okay. So now you're like running, even though standing hurts, you're going to make standing harder? I just don't get it. You're confusing.
I never understood that about Gobert's till I was working with someone, and he says, I have Gobert's. Do you get fatigued just standing? And I said, yes. And he goes, that is a symptom of Gobert's. And I said, I never knew.
Ain't buying it. Okay, so you got Rudy Gobert disease. He's doing fine. You seen the guy rebound? Holy shit. You should want that disease. Can't make a free throw to save his life, though. Holy crap! And is he a problem in the locker room now too? I heard. I heard he said something. Finchy got pissed because he spoke he went outside of the campsite and said, "Shit's going wrong here." But I don't follow it that close. But if I knew that, you should probably know more. Yeah.
He's a Frenchman. He's going to be angry all the time.
We don't call him that anymore.
What do you call him?
Orientals. Get it? Boring, the French?
I do.
All right. So, speaking of early days, Mark played earlier for me. He took some old video and converted it to digital. I bet he liked that. I bet he enjoyed that part. And he played for me basically a Mossball concert backyard. Excuse me, a Mossball Torsion backyard concert, emceed by your boy, the original bass player for Mossball Torsion, who was thrown out of the band because he lacked a bass, an amp, or any ability to play.
It was a different name at that point. They changed the name after that.
They did. So, yes. So I guess I was never part of Mossball Torsion. But
no, you were in Rented Bass.
I was in Rented Bass. I didn't think that name would stick either. So anyhow, but it was very fun to see next door neighbor and Ascertainers guest Jason, the flip-flop wearing weed whipper, was the drummer and singer. And boy, he really put himself out there. He really hit those high notes.
He was very good.
Yes, he was, I would say, obviously the heart and soul of the band. And then you had coming up next, probably you for sure.
It was Eric and Jason, and then the other two fellas.
Yeah. And
we were like Gilligan and Marianne.
You were like Gilligan and Gilligan.
And the others.
And the rest?
And the rest, thank you.
So you'd be a professor in Marianne. But yes, it worked. It was very fun. And seeing all the kids running around that were really, really little. I can't wait to, I'm to take this little thumb drive and give it to Jason. He'll get a chance to see it. And I see a reunion in our future. There's got to be someone who plays guitar in the neighborhood. It doesn't have to be the original. If you got two of the original members, I don't see Chris coming back, Chris C coming back. I don't see Eric coming back, but maybe there's some other people, some new shooters.
So it'd be like Soul Asylum. It's not going to be the original. It's just going to be the name.
I'll tell you, all Soul Asylum has going for is the singer. So, meaning for original members. Everybody else either died, left the band, or died. So,
well, maybe Behind the Music will happen, and they'll get original members all together.
Oh, they'll talk about how Mossball Torsion broke up. One of them got real serious about his career in banking. One of them was a pilot. The other one
moved out of state.
Yeah, that moved out of state part. Or was asked to move. That request came from his wife. What show?
Odd Couple.
Thank you. I'd like to talk about an old TV show now. Would you like to talk any more about the Neighborhood Band? Mark was worried we didn't have any material for this show.
We still don't.
No. I'm looking at it. I'm staring it down right now. Oh, no.
Oh, he spilled water on it, so he can't read his writing.
Anyway.
What movie?
The Jerk. Well, that's what I refer to. And I also was a horrible rendition of a guy mumbling, but because that's all I do to start with. I want to say that of all the blessings in my life, and I have been blessed way more than I could even imagine, is somehow moving into this neighborhood. This is a great neighborhood. It really is. And even like my first time Mark and I met eyes probably was me driving by. Mark was sitting in his driveway, which is not yet paved. It's a new development, right? But your house had been there for a while, so I'm trying to figure that part out. But my house was being built. They started building, it was called a spec home. So they're building it on a speculation that somebody would buy it. And it was one of the last houses to be bought. And whenever I go on my deck in the summertime, I know why, because it faces right into hell in the summertime. It is a hot deck. But after the house is built, meet the new neighbors. Everybody's cool. We've had a pretty dick-free neighborhood, and I mean like irritating person-free neighborhood that I can remember. Unless I'm the guy and everybody's like moving because of me. Oh, that does check out. Shit. Chad's moving.
I did not know that.
Chad's moving all the way down to Farmington. He's pulling a mark. They're moving to like a senior community in Farmington.
Oh,
like,
I'll see him there.
I was going to say, it's like, didn't Mark prove the point of the whole neighborhood to say, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave. I'm still going to be right over here, but I'm just going to tell them we don't like him.
I did move into a senior community.
Is that really what that's considered?
It is, because I don't have to do any yard work. I don't have to do any shoveling.
Yeah, but couldn't they have kids? I mean, couldn't kids live nearby, or is that a stipulation in the covenants?
No, you can have kids, but the only kids I've ever seen are grandkids.
Or just like the part where you had to get sterilized to move in. Well, just in case. So
when I moved in, I was supposed to have a lawn, driveway, and sidewalk, but none of that was done.
Sidewalk from your driveway into your house, not like a sidewalk.
Yes.
You're the only guy with a sidewalk.
From the driveway into the house, yes.
Okay.
Jim's house wasn't built yet when I moved in, and his house was built before I got a driveway, sidewalk, and lawn. So when he would drive by, my wife and I were sitting in lawn chairs on our dirt driveway.
I got no place else to go.
We couldn't hang out in the backyard because it was weeds 3 feet high.
Oh, you didn't have sod either?
No.
I remember when we moved in, there was about a 20-foot high dirt pile
that washed into your yard. So my yard was 3 feet lower than everybody around me. So I was flooded every time it rained.
I feel like you still got some beef.
Although I did put in a French drain, Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, thanks. French drain. That sounds like a shitty goalie. That's what they call the goalie on the Canadian Olympic team. The old French drain. I think they call him Pierre, the French drain.
That was very good.
Why are you so mad at me? Because I didn't have nothing to do with any of that, man.
I was just explaining because you would drive by and you would see two people sitting out.
We would stalk our house. It was very weird. As it was being built, we were coming out of a little Richfield Rambler, and we were pretty excited to come down to this big mausoleum down here. And yeah, I think I'm surprised the cops didn't get called on us. Could we kind of drive
We
by
did call the cops on you.
Did you?
Yes.
What a dick.
I was.
What did you were like, hey, these guys are up to no good?
Well, you were sitting there in the cul-de-sac staring at our house, and Diane goes, this is weird. What are those people doing?
Love it. I hope they don't live there. Did it occur to you that maybe we bought that house?
I understood that you did buy the house, but I just didn't like you then.
I know. It's like right away. Think how much you didn't like me then, though. I mean, now I had to at least grown on you a little bit.
Well, I was thinking if they put him in jail at least for a couple of months, maybe that will change him.
And?
It didn't happen.
I'll tell you what it changed. Maybe you see his tattoo? Can't get those on the outside. So, yeah, well, so like I said, one of the biggest blessings of my life is moving next to this piece of turd.
The neighborhood is fantastic.
We used to have like a neighborhood. I'm talking like the neighborhood party. Probably had those for 3 or 4 years. They were a thing. That's where Mossball Torsion played. Did you play 2 years of that or 1?
I think just 1.
Okay. But that was a banging time. And everybody, we had like everyone had everyone's phone number back when you had a landline and stuff. And there was a lot of cohesion and very little friction. I thought it was a good thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
When we moved in, there were no trees in the neighborhood. So when you're on your back porch,
yeah,
you saw everybody and everyone saw you.
It was like living on a lake. There's no barriers between you and the guy across the way, and your voices carry and all that stuff. But do you remember the golf course?
Tuesday.
Yes, Amy, Matt. Do you remember the golf course?
I do. 18 holes.
So when you have no trees, we have 18? I thought it was like 16, but either way.
It was close.
It was, we had very close to an 18-hole course with real holes and everything. I think we've covered this a little bit, but yeah, just stuff like that where it was all chummy. It was all good. And I think the only thing that changed is that people just got older and then their kids get older. So then you have to be a little more involved with your kids and all their stuff. And it's not like anybody and there's there's way more than 50% of the people 25 years later that still live in the neighborhood.
You still did a progressive dinner.
Recently, yeah, and apparently we didn't invite the right people, and some people got a little miffed by that, but I wasn't part of it, so.
That's unfortunate, but you still had a good time, and it's a neighborhood function.
It was fun, and a good blend of old and new being like 10-year neighbors. There's neighbors who've been here 10 years, and they're considered the new guys. So again, it's a good thing. Anyway, so enough about neighborhoods. If you don't, by the way, if you live in a neighborhood where I hear this all the time, where it's like, I don't even know my neighbors. Well, isn't that kind of on you? You have control over that. Introduce yourself to your neighbor. Compliment them on anything. Hey, I like your garden. I like your fucking car. I like your that new plastic surgery you just got. Something like that.
I've introduced myself to my neighbors. Can't be more than 2 months later they move.
Huh.
I've had 10 different neighbors if you count across the street. And I've only been there, what 7 years?
Saying? I'd like to know your style of introducing. Are you doing the old thing you used to do in the 70s?
What is that? I just hold the bowl out and say, throw your keys in there.
Yes. I figured you were still doing the key thing, yeah. And with keyless, that's not even a thing. That's probably
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So they're confused.
Yeah. What you got to do is you just got to be more direct. Let us know. Let me know. Nothing can go wrong there. All right. Next I want to talk, I've had a cold the last couple of weeks, right? Or, you don't know that. So anyway, so I was thinking as I was blowing my nose recently, honestly, this is how my brain works. So you're welcome. And just give me any kind of writer's credit when you write your award-winning novel. But I was thinking I feel like I have a booger in my nose, and I thought of the word booger sugar as a euphemism. I think that's the right word, as a name for a drug. And I got to thinking of nicknames for drugs like devil's dandruff, booger sugar. I'm going to save a couple of them, but it made me think then of Dragnet. Remember the show Dragnet?
Yes.
Joe Friday. Marijuana is the match. Heroin is the fuse, and LSD is the bomb. I mean, every little interaction he had with somebody about drugs was so good. But when I scoured the internet, I could have swore there was an episode where he said, what do you got there? Screamers, laughers, goofballs? Because he just had that delivery, that way of delivering. Maybe I'm thinking like Bookman. Remember Bookman from the Seinfeld episode?
Yes.
All right, Joey boy, I know what you're doing. That deadpan, irritated way of talking. So what are some nicknames for cocaine? Do you have any?
The booger sugar. I've never heard
powdered
that before.
Sugar.
And I'm a big cocaine addict.
I know you are. I know you always take mine.
What's the other one you mentioned right after that?
Devil's dandruff.
Is that the same?
Cocaine.
Yeah,
I think so. I don't do a lot of drugs anymore, but there's then pot. There's hippie lettuce, or no, what do they call it? Hippie lettuce? Something lettuce. No, I can't think of any names because you're looking at me all weird. I also know that you never did a drug in your life, so this is
Doobie.
Doobie?
Gillis.
Doobie Gillis? That's a good band name. God! I know a band in search of a good name. Doobie Gillis is good. There's Dobie Gray. It could be Doobie Gray, too.
MJ.
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
Was a marijuana one. Oh, my gosh. I have so many that
Weed.
Ganja. Tree.
I've never heard that.
Tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that in a text. So it didn't look like you're just talking about a tree, but you're not.
Oh, I thought they were saying tray.
Tray. When I say tra, what does that make you think? The Californians. Tra, what are you doing here?
I've only watched that when you've shown me the videos, and I don't find it amusing.
Are you kidding me? You don't like the Californians?
I do not.
The Californians.
It's not that I don't like them. I just don't understand it, and it's not funny to me.
They make fun of the dialect, if you will, but also how everybody in California, they can't in any portion of their conversation not give very specific directions. You don't find that funny?
I've never spent that much time in California that I would know.
I've spent almost none, but the times I have, people always say, oh yeah, you just go down the 10, you catch the whatever, and then you It's real easy. And they're telling you how to get from San Francisco to like San Diego. Yeah, you want to avoid the one. You want to get on the one you want to go to the Palisades, and it's just fucking hilarious. I've seen it happen like 4 times in my life where it's like, oh my God, it's the real thing. But you don't get out much, Mark. All you do is go to Iceland and Alaska and Hawaii, so you wouldn't know much about California. Fred Armisen, big fan. Apparently you're not.
Portlandia.
Yes.
I love that show.
Very good. He's also quite a musician, quite a drummer. He can really slap the skins.
And drum.
Right after. Yep. All right, we should do Song of the Week, and this might be a short episode, so this will be good. I'm trying to think if I left anything out. So the Dragnet thing, I thought that we'd get some more, have some more legs, because who didn't like Dragnet?
I didn't watch much of Dragnet. I was more of an Adam 12.
But weren't they out on the same night? Like back to back almost? I feel like Emergency, Dragnet.
No, Emergency came later.
Oh, for real? I'm not talking ER. I'm talking Emergency. Dixie? Dixie was my first like old lady crush. It's an old lady, adult woman. Did she have I didn't even know. I just thought she would, and she also did a commercial for like some hand lotion or something, which is ironic. It's like, hey, I get you customers all across the spectrum. I'm Dixie. I did find it interesting. I remember one of the episodes of Dragnet that made me super uncomfortable was the Blueface guy. And apparently that came out in 1967 when I was 3 years old. And there's no way I remember that as a 3-year-old. So they must have like re-released a bunch of them or something.
He was the original Blue Man guy?
No, not the Blue Man Group. This is a guy that was, he was on acid, and he had a pretty convincing acid trip too, as he was being interviewed by Friday and, I forget the other guy. His name was Henry Morgan, or.
Yeah, he later went on to
MASH. What the fuck was his name? It was Joe Friday and, oh, the hell. So he would have been the Dan Aykroyd character. No, the Tom Hanks character in the remake.
The movie
version of Dragnet.
Did you watch that?
You know what? I watched that because my brother had the airplane version of it. So apparently when you were on an airplane in the 80s, Northwest Orient
Airlines.
Gong. Racist. Okay. So
who did the airplane? Was it the Zucker?
It was Abraham and Zucker. It was 2 Zuckers and 1 Abraham, or 2 Abrahams and 1 Zucker.
Okay.
And then a guy, Pat Proft from Minnesota. So anyway, my brother got a copy of Dragnet that they play on the planes. So it was the edited, like they took all the swears, and it was like a made-for-TV version. So that's when I saw the movie Dragnet. Is that what you were asking me?
Yes, but I didn't know that the movie actually had anything risque in it. Because it was kind of a PG movie, wasn't it?
Oh, the hell. They were, Dabney Coleman was in that movie.
Great actor.
He had, Reverend, you got balls the size of church bells. That's a good Dabney Coleman line. It's no freak, I ain't the freak, I'm a goddamn good-looking man, which is Dabney Coleman from Modern Problems. Thank you very much, Chevy Chase. Approaching when he was not funny anymore. But yeah, Dabney Coleman, they had some kind of like goat wearing cult. They were goat costumes. Do we do Song of the Week or no?
We haven't yet.
Oh, well, let's get after that.
My Song of the Week is Lord Huron. Not Dead Yet is the song. So the artist is Lord Huron, and the song is Not Dead Yet. You got holes in your clothes, booze on your breath. You look like hell, and you smell like death. Uh-huh.
Did you play me some of this or no?
I did.
Did I like it? I feel like I did.
You did.
I like the lo-fi one better, though, I think.
But that's my anthem.
And again, one last time, the name of the band is?
Lord Huron.
Huron.
And Not Dead Yet is the name of the song. They're LA-based indie rock.
What, year did that come out?
2015 era.
So both your bands are 10-year-old bands, which again is really not that like you. Do you think that they're trying to...
Why don't you like me? I know there's a myriad of reasons.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and I said I know there's myriad of reasons.
Well, I'm just going to nod my head in agreement with you there, dickweed. Anyhow, so the Not Dead Yet makes me think of Monty Python. Is that ironic? Is it coincidental? What's the dealio with that? Is the name of the song Not Dead Yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you not recall, and don't mess with me there, bucko, in the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Oh, when they were pulling
out "You're dead," and the guy said,
"I'm not dead yet."
Oh, I can see that's totally different, right? Yeah. So "Not Dead Yet" is 20% different than "I'm Not Dead Yet." Yeah. I feel like a fool. Will you ever take me back?
I think we've talked about this before, that you're on
probation.
Yes, and it's iffy right now.
Okay.
We'll see what your song of the week is, and then we'll decide after that.
On yours, I thought we'd have to change how we spell week. But anyway, I have to look up. I don't know anything about this band. Are you smiling? How I just served you. I try to figure. I don't even know where these guys are from. They're North American. Oh, it's a Swiss hard rock band formed in 1975. They're popular in North America. Blah, 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 blah. So these guys are Swiss. I knew they weren't. They were from Solothurn. I think we have listeners from there. By the way, we have listeners from like 26 countries now.
We had a very good week.
Yeah, what is going on? So one day we had like 200 people listen.
Someone from Singapore downloads every episode.
Yeah, so it's got to be a bot.
You always say that, and I don't understand why a bot would download TheAscertainers.
I don't know how a bot can listen to a person can listen to 150 episodes in a day.
Well, they download it and they listen to it over time.
That checks out. That makes sense.
What purpose would a bot have to download our podcast?
I'm glad you asked. To make AI better. There's probably a lot of AI outfits. They're like, you know what? I think we have it. I think we have everything we need. But you know what we could use is how to really fuck with the guy. So let's listen to the Ascertainers and absorb the 9 words that they repeat over and over again. All we got from the 140 episodes plus that we listened to was Rush, Grateful Dead, Oriental, Mossball, Jim Sucks. So, yeah.
I think
by the way, this whole time, I was mesmerized. I was doing my finger in a ellipse. Not a circle, an ellipse.
One was a circle.
The first one, yeah. Oh, the fourth one. You're paying attention.
Any company that downloads us, I think of Star Trek, where the computer's like, does it compute? And then they blow up.
2 words for you. General public, you're welcome. Because that's how you're going to know that your girlfriend is not really a girl. She's actually a fembot. And it's not because she can shoot bullets out of her jumblies, but it's because she can tell a horrible joke. And you'd be like, wait a minute. I know I've heard that crappy joke before. It was the Ascertainers, by golly.
You were the first one that I think I've ever heard jumblies from.
You never watched Austin Powers, the second one, where the fembots were shooting guns out of their jumblies? I'm just going to Google. I'm gonna AI this.
Do your song first.
Oh, yeah. My band is a Swiss band. And this is in honor of the drummer and lead singer. I think he was the lead singer or singer. I think Eric did some singing too. But Jason T, the flip-flop weed whip guy, my guy, our guy, fan of heavier music. And when I hear the song "Screaming in the Night" by Krokus, Krokus, I think of my guy Jason. And then I played it for Mark, and Mark was like, golly, that might be my new favorite song. Is that what you said?
I did.
Or did you have some kind of snide, like, oh, it doesn't have enough drummers or enough long, drawn-out solos?
The thing about Krokus is that they started in 1975, and the sound of that song was a good transition to hair band kind of rock. If I heard that song in high school, that would have fit right in. with 38 Special.
Well, it's ridiculous. There wasn't electricity when you were in high school because you're older than me.
That hurts.
What year did Screamer of the Night come out? Don't look.
1983.
I think it was about 81. Are you sure? You positive?
I'm not positive.
I hope it's 82, so it's right in the middle.
That would be nice. It would bail us out.
Right. I'd still take credit, though, because you went over.
Was this The Price is Right?
Everything is The Price is Right. Mountain climber.
I fell off the cliff.
All right, now I got to look at this up separately, but I think this thing is probably coming down to the last lap, don't you think? Screamer of the Night. The band was formed in 1955. This sounds just like something you just said. You son of a biscuit.
Sorry.
Screamer of the Night. Here we go. Released as the second single, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't say.
Oh, good.
July of 1983. You son of a bitch. You saw it. Did you not look that up? You just guessed 1983? Because you were right. I can't say wrong.
But if you listen to the music, it's very 1979, 1980-ish.
I'll tell you something about that era of music is how plodding it is. Those songs that you really liked were just chugging along. Like, so I was like a Rush guy, right? So I was into like different time signatures and shit. Listen to any Bad Company, any Krokus, any Scorpions, any AC/DC, the beat that you started with was the beat you ended with. And it was not humming by. Journey, holy shit, some of their songs are just devastatingly slow with almost no drum fills. So I don't know why I think Steve Smith is a great drummer, because the music just wasn't. But then, like Yes and Rush and the prog rock stuff was like a grotesque overuse of time signature changes. You know what I mean? It was like you didn't need that. You didn't have to do that. You just did it because you were showing off, kind of a thing. But I'm telling you right now, when you listen to like April Wine or you listen to some of these bands, it's like, holy fucking shit! I could have played drums on that song because it was. It's slow. It's like whatever. I don't know what kind of time that would be, 4/4 time or whatever. Is that really fast or really slow? I don't even know.
4/4 time is normal.
Yeah. A lot of these songs are very normal time. And it's hard to believe that it's like, wow, how can I get that fired up about that song? Because when I listen to it now, it's like Highway to Hell. Da-da-da, da-da-da. It's slow. Shit's slow.
We were talking about Steve Miller, and you said he's not a great guitarist. But if you love everything he plays, doesn't that make him a good guitarist?
Well, my tune has changed almost 180 degrees on Steve Miller in that. So there's a guy that was like, I don't know, an influence in my life that was like, I can't stand how he writes and how he doesn't rhyme and everything else. But when I saw the thing where he said, if a song doesn't have something about every 15 seconds that doesn't bring you back to the song, then it's not a good song. And then you listen to a Steve Miller song and it's like, oh, fuck, dude, there's a little drum, there's a little guitar, there's a little bass, there's a little something that takes you off of that, the droning 4/4 time kind of stuff.
But if this song is in 4/4 time slow and you enjoy it, what does it?
Well, I guess I think it's the difference between like when you remember like a restaurant and it's in your head, you're like, this is so good. And then you return to that restaurant 20 years later if it's still open, okay? And you're like, I guess it's all right. But, it's in your head, like you keep these because you trap all the memories and what you were doing and all that stuff along with, you package that all together. But then 20 years later, you listen to the same song, it's like, are you shitting me? This is what we were all, fucking spraying water on ourselves in the, petting zoo. I don't know where you hung out. Big petting zoo guy myself.
Oh, I was at the water park, spraying water on myself.
Clean up and nostril too. I just blew boogie out of my nose.
Thank you for listening.
I'm sorry.
We are the Ascertainers.
We're sorry you listened, but you have a thumb. You could have turned off the podcast. Anyway, if something maybe bad happened in the world, this might be like the last communication we have, because we probably came out with something better in between now, or between the time we recorded it and the time you have to hear this. I just hope so. It's pretty dark.
Yeah, very.
I'm laughing though. I have a huge smile on my face. I hope you do too. And I hope you learned something from this. And if you did, email us at what's left of the internet at TheAscertainers@gmail.com. Go to Facebook, and by now we're probably your only friends. So share us with, maybe there's another person out there. Maybe, just maybe. So anyway, I hope they found Savannah Guthrie's mom by now too.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Good night.